Mainz 05, the reluctant manager, 2001 to 2008. Jurgen Klopp never planned to be a coach. One day, he was a player at Mainz. The next, manager. No badges, no plan, just heart, honesty, and vibes. He took over mid-season in 2001, with the club staring at relegation from the second Bundesliga. What did Klopp do? He saved them with a high press, high tempo, and high drama. No one saw it coming, but the man who once ran the pitch like a giraffe on rollerblades suddenly had Mainz flying. They weren't pretty, they weren't rich, but they were relentless. For 2 straight seasons, Mainz finished 4th, missed promotion by a single point, twice. The heartbreak was brutal, but Klopp didn't quit. He refused. He believed, and made others believe too. In 2004, they finally did it. Mainz were going to the Bundesliga, for the first time ever. A club with no top-flight history, no budget, and no stars. Suddenly playing Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. They weren't supposed to last. Everyone said they'd go straight back down, but Klopp said, "We are Mainz. We fight." And fight they did. They survived. Even qualified for the UEFA Cup, not through league position, but through fair play rankings. Not because they won, but because they played hard, clean, and with heart. Classic Klopp. The fans loved him. The players worshipped him. But by 2007, the fairy tale faded. They got relegated. And Klopp, he stayed. Tried to bring them back. Failed twice. So in 2008, he left. Tearfully, reluctantly. But what he built, the identity, the belief, Mainz still carries it. To this day, Klopp isn't just a former manager there. He's the soul. Borussia Dortmund, the disruptor, 2008 to 2015. When Klopp arrived at Dortmund, the club was broke. Like, we can't even buy new socks broke. They'd finished 13th. The stadium was still packed, but the soul gone. The club had history, but no future. Klopp didn't just rebuild the team, he rewired the entire club. He brought energy, he brought charisma, he brought gegenpressing, and turned chaos into a weapon. Every player ran like their boots were on fire. The football, relentless, hectic, beautiful. Year 1, 6th place. Year 2, 5th place. Year 3, champions. With kids, no stars, no budget. Just Klopp screaming on the touchline and a bunch of lunatics running like madmen. In 2011, Dortmund win the Bundesliga. 2012, they do it again, but better. They win the double, destroy Bayern 5-2 in the Pokal final. Lewandowski scores a hat trick. Klopp smiles like a mad scientist. He turned nobodies into names. Lewandowski, Royce, Götze, Hummels, Kagawa, all under Klopp's system. All fearless, all fast. He didn't just make them stars, he made them dangerous. 2013, he takes them to the Champions League final at Wembley. An all-German showdown versus Bayern. They lose, last-minute heartbreak, Robben's dagger. But Dortmund had arrived on the world stage, and then Bayern went shopping. Götze, gone. Lewandowski, gone. Hummels, next. The dynasty was stolen mid-build. Dortmund kept swinging, but the engine began to sputter. By 2014-15, the magic was fading. Injuries piled up, results nosedived. For a while, Dortmund were bottom of the league, but Klopp never blamed, never quit. He smiled, he hugged, he fought. And when the time came, he stepped down with dignity. 7 years, 2 league titles, 1 Pokal, 1 Champions League final, dozens of stars born, millions of fans converted, and Dortmund changed forever. Liverpool, the revival, 2015 to 2018. When Klopp landed in Liverpool, the vibe was dead. Brendan Rodgers was out. Suarez was long gone. The team was stuck in mid-table mediocrity with a Champions League hangover. Klopp didn't promise titles. He promised, "We'll turn doubters into believers." And slowly, he did. Year 1, Liverpool finished 8th, but reached 2 cup finals, the League Cup and the Europa League. They lose both. But the spark, it's back. You could feel it. He overhauls the squad. No Galacticos, no splurging, just smart moves. Mane, Wijnaldum, Matip, players with energy, hunger, and a point to prove. Then Salah, then Robertson, then Van Dijk. The football, electric. Full throttle pressing, traps in midfield, explosions on the wings. They didn't always win, but they always brought chaos. By 2018, they're back in the Champions League final. Salah gets injured early, Karius melts down, Bale scores a bicycle kick, They lose. Again, another heartbreak. But this isn't failure. This is foreshadowing. The foundation is now rock solid, and the world starting to take notice. Liverpool, the peak, 2018 to 2020. This is Klopp at full power. This is the best Liverpool side of the Premier League era. They start the 2018-19 season like a rocket. Salah, Mane, Firmino, the most terrifying front three in Europe. Van Dijk is a wall. Alisson saves everything. And Klopp orchestrates chaos like a symphony. They win 97 points. They lose just one match and still don't win the league because Manchester City finished with 98. Cruel. But Klopp isn't done. Champions League final again. Tottenham this time. No drama, just ruthlessness. 2-0, Liverpool's 6th European Cup. Klopp finally gets his trophy, and then comes 2019-20. Liverpool hit another gear. They win 26 of their first 27 league games. They crush teams, home and away. It's not football, it's domination. They win the league by 18 points. They clinch the title in June. 30 years of waiting, over. Klopp ends the drought, and he does it his way. No oil money, no shortcuts, just sweat, soul, and smart signings. He's now a legend, in scarves, on murals, immortal on Merseyside. Liverpool, the survivor, 2020 to 2021. Then came the collapse. COVID hits. The season turns weird. Empty stadiums, congested fixtures, and Liverpool's entire defense gone. Van Dijk, ACL, Gomez gone. Matip injured. Henderson playing center back. Yes, really, it's survival mode. They go from runaway leaders to barely hanging on to top 4. Klopp loses his mother and can't even attend the funeral. It's one of the hardest years of his life, but Klopp refuses to give up. He pulls wins from the dirt. They win 8 of their last 10 games and sneak into 3rd. It's not beautiful, but it's vintage Klopp. Fists clenched, screaming at a 4th choice fullback in the 94th minute. They survive and regroup. Liverpool, the quadruple hunt, 2021 to 2022. The bounce back was unreal. Klopp reloads. Luis Diaz arrives mid-season. Thiago settles in. Trent and Robertson are flying again. Salah is on fire. Jota's scoring. Fabinho is everywhere. Liverpool go on a run so insane, people start whispering about the quadruple. They win the League Cup on penalties. They win the FA Cup on penalties. They take the Premier League title race to the final day and lose to City by 1 point. Again. Then comes Paris. Champions League final versus Real Madrid. Liverpool dominate, but Courtois plays like a demigod. One counterattack. Vinicius scores. Liverpool lose 1-0. No quadruple, but they almost did it. 3 finals, 1 point short of a second title. A season of near perfection. One of the greatest nearly seasons of all time. Liverpool, the collapse again. 2022 to 2023. Something broke. Sadio Mane leaves. The midfield ages overnight. Injuries pile up. Confidence evaporates. Liverpool start losing to teams they used to destroy. Brentford, Brighton, Bournemouth, Wolves. Anfield looks confused. Klopp looks tired. He's still fighting, but the punches aren't landing. They lose 9-0 to Napoli over 2 legs. They're out of Europe early. And in the league, mid-table mediocrity returns. Klopp refuses to quit, but the system, that beautiful, chaotic press, looks dated. Teams have figured it out. He needs a rebuild, but for now, just damage control. Liverpool, the farewell season, 2023 to 2024. Nobody saw it coming. January 2024. Klopp announces this is it. Final season, he's stepping down. The football world stops. Even rivals show respect. And Liverpool, they rally. Soboslai, McAllister. Nunez finally clicks. Salah, still Salah. Klopp keeps rotating, even with kids. And somehow it works. They win the Carabao Cup in extra time with academy players. They chase the title until late April. They push deep in Europe, fight for the FA Cup, but the legs, the squad depth, it's not enough. They finish 3rd. They fall short of a fairy tale, but no one cares about the table because this wasn't just the end of a manager, it was the end of a movement. Klopp leaves with tears, tributes, and thunderous applause. He didn't just revive Liverpool, he redefined them.